Welcome to the Power Lunch Podcast, your midday dose of boldness, brilliance, and a little bit of badassery. I'm Amy Sousa, here with my powerhouse co-hosts, Tracie Munce and Lisa Carmichael, and we're coming in hot to shake things up. Each week, we dish out bite-sized, high-impact conversations on business, health, purpose, wealth, and the wild, beautiful chaos in between. Whether you're building your dream, rebooting your story, or just catching your breath, this is your space to get grounded, inspired, and reignited. This isn't just another podcast, it's your power move. Let's go. Welcome back to the Power Lunch Podcast. Today we're flipping the script on self-care. This isn't about bubble baths and green juice. It's about the kind of wellness that sustains women who are building businesses, raising families, and changing the world. Let's talk about the real meaning of health, rest, and rituals that actually restore us. We're diving into what self-care looks like for women who lead. Tracie and Lisa, there's so much noise about self-care right now. Bubble baths, spa days, detoxes. But let's talk and get real. What does self-care actually look like when a woman is leading a family or a business?
Well, maybe we need to take bubble baths and green juice.
What's that? You want to have bubble baths in green juice?
Yeah, why not? I mean, let's get it done.
I take a bubble bath every single night before I go to bed. I do. At least 45 minutes.
You go, girl.
You will lose me.
What do you do?
I don't
for 45
sleep
minutes?
well.
But it gets cold.
Oh no, you just keep the water running. Just keep the water running the whole time.
No way.
I actually work on my phone, which is a really bad habit.
Not plugged in, right?
Not plugged in.
Okay, girl.
No, but I'm deleting my emails and soaking in the bubble bath, and it helps me sleep at night with the restless leg syndrome.
Huh.
So let's talk about that. You're saying you're multitasking while you're relaxing. That goes against everything you've been talking about, Tracie.
I think that there's a difference between relaxing and rest.
Yep.
Because I think rest is, in my mind, I try to use it as short for restoration. So when we're in restoration, how does that look different than relaxing? Now, I would also say, though, that in some respects, you're probably a little bit in restoration when you're doing that, because I could only imagine the anxiety of having a full email where, I can use an example for myself. I have thousands of emails from multiple years on my email, in my emails, and I don't need all of them.
I try to keep it under 2,000.
And then all of a sudden you get this message from Google, you will no longer receive emails after August 7th.
Tell me why that is. Why do they do those emails? They're horrible.
Yeah.
So you bubble bath, which I have to be honest, that would not be relaxing or restoration for me. Lisa, do you have a nightly ritual that you do?
I make sure that I am in bed done for the day by 8 p.m. I even have an alarm that goes off that 8 p.m. reminds me I need to be like slowing down, shutting down. Part of my nighttime ritual actually would be washing my face. That's so important to me. I can't remember the last time in years, I would say in 20 years, that I did not wash my face before bed. Now, I don't know if that's a ritual technically, because I'm not really thinking about it. I am on autopilot. But the bubble bath at night, yeah, my bathtub is not conducive for that.
I think that a ritual becomes a ritual when it becomes something that you do on a regular basis, though. Wouldn't you say?
Good point. Good point.
I mean, yes, it's habit, but also there's ritual in doing it. I wonder, though, what it would feel like to have something intentional that, like even washing your face, making it an intentional time of restoration versus just a habit.
Right. So true. Yeah.
So maybe during that time, and James Clear talks about it in Atomic Habits, is stacking new habits on top of things that we're already doing. So in that time while you're washing your face, thinking of everything that you're grateful for, or doing your recap almost then, so you don't do it when you get into your bed and your brain starts going and kind of thing.
Oh, no. Yeah, no, I completely agree. It does slow me down so that I'm a good sleeper.
I am too.
Yeah.
I love sleeping.
I love my 7 to 8 hours of sleep. And here's my new thing, though, speaking of water. So I bought an ice bath. And so I can do my cold water dipping at home now.
Oh, Lisa, look at you.
So did you buy a nice bath that you have to fill up every time, or did you go with the one that has to...
No. Okay, so...
You went high tech?
No. I went
okay.
very low tech. Aldi had a reasonably priced one, and now I'm trying to figure out how to justify buying ice.
That's awesome.
Maybe now you need to buy an ice machine.
Maybe an ice machine, but
That's the next step.
So I'm like looking at ChatGPT, we're talking about it, and the water does have to be 60 degrees before the dopamine kicks in, unless I stay in it for 16 minutes. So when I was sitting there for 16 minutes, I'm like, okay, well, I'm meditating and having these like slow down thoughts. I'm like, okay, yeah, that's good. But if the true effects of cold water really has to do with the lower temperature so that you increase your brown fat, and that's a whole different conversation that we're having.
Decrease your brown fat.
Decrease, so.
Right.
No. Increase your brown fat.
Increase your brown
fat.
fat. Okay.
Yeah, because your brown fat increases your metabolism. So we want to have that brown fat.
Huh.
Yeah.
So I started doing not cold water, or not ice baths, but face baths.
Have you?
Face ice baths in the morning.
Yeah.
And I don't know how long you're supposed to do it, but I can't hold my breath long enough, so I have to get one of those straws. But I can definitely tell a difference in the texture of my skin.
Oh, definitely.
And it's very good.
Okay. I don't usually dip the donut, as we call it. Putting my head in the water, as we call it. Putting my head in the water.
On Facebook, or social, I don't know if it was actually Facebook, that you're supposed to do your head when you ice bath.
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess I didn't catch why.
Yeah.
But
maybe I'll have to do my research on that one.
yeah, find out.
All right,
if we're
you've
supposed
motivated me, Tracie. I'm going to start
dipping
my face at the very least.
Yeah. So yeah, I do ice face baths, trying to keep the face looking young.
Oh, for sure.
The big thing is the neck.
Oh, yeah, definitely. The
How
neck.
do you keep your neck looking young? I'm just,
Okay, so we're talking about...
We're talking about restoration.
Restoration.
We're not really talking
But we're
about...
restoring our skin, right?
Oh, yeah.
That's true. That's true. So one of the things that I've started doing lately is taking peptides as well. So I take NAD+, I also take SS something 3-1, and a B12 complex, I think it is. So really also changed my energy level, the brain fog, I don't have brain fog is basically what I'm saying. And it also, it feels as if I'm able to move from one task to another pretty easily without having that need for a gap, which I sometimes needed that. Okay, I need to rest for a minute. Okay, now I can do something else, and I don't have that anymore. But the NAD Plus is a new thing for me, but I understand that it's really good for brain health.
I'll have to get the links for those. I know that vitamin D has been something that my doctor has always said you need more vitamin D, and that is what got me to take my supplements. And a girlfriend told me, either you take your pills now, or you're going to be taking them when you're in the nursing home.
Yeah, the vitamin D was a big...
But isn't vitamin D just outside? Isn't vitamin D just outside?
Well, a little bit more than that.
I had my panels done like about a year ago, and my doctor had me taking 5,000 IUs a day. That's how deficient I was in vitamin D, which I'm outside all the time, but we live in Minnesota.
Sure.
So about 8 weeks ago, I started doing a vitamin D shot, and then it stays in your body for the 8 weeks. So that's something different that I've tried versus taking it orally.
Interesting.
And then when I do my panels again, she'll tell me where I'm at.
Okay, let's talk about your panels. I think our listeners might be confused. What do you mean when you talk about panels?
Well, I had my blood work done with my OB during my annual just to make sure everything was where it was supposed to be. And the one thing that came up deficient was that vitamin D. And that's because we live in Minnesota. We're not outside enough. We're not getting those vitamins. So vitamin D is something that I've been watching.
That and magnesium.
Yes. Yep.
Do you do Calm at night then? That there's a supplement called Calm,
No.
and it helps with sleeping, but it's with magnesium. But what does magnesium is? I think one of my staff members said to put magnesium spray on your feet, and it helped her with her restless leg, and it helped her with sleeping.
Yeah.
There's this spray that you do.
I always add
broke. I gotta
magnesium
get a
if
new
I do an
bottle.
IV drip, and it does help you sleep. And it regulates your digestive system for some reason. Not a doctor. I don't know why.
Wow. You know who we need? We need a functional health doctor
We do,
on here
yeah.
that actually knows about all of, because I think so often we go to our practicing doctors or our regular doctors, and do they really, I think that the medical system today wants to keep us sick. Right?
I agree.
So we hear of all this stuff. We hear it from our friends. We hear all these things, but what is everything actually doing, right? And how is it helping us? Because I mean, I use a functional doctor for my peptides and then also my GLP-1, and she looks outstanding, picture of health, right? But so I trust her. I trust her because I know her as a friend, and I know her as a sister in faith. And so, but do I really know why I'm doing the things I'm doing? I think I'm sitting here right now, and I don't know if I could actually say it, but I could say that I feel better.
Absolutely.
And maybe some of that is placebo.
Yeah.
But I was talking to a friend the other day, and she said, maybe it's placebo, maybe it's not. But at the end of the day, if I feel better, isn't that all that really matters? Right? I mean, if we're doing something and it's bringing us to a different, I'm more alert. I feel like I'm sleeping better or having. I think that even if what's the cost of the placebo is the other thing. What financial cost is involved. But I think when we're restoring it.
I had to pull up my phone. So what foods are rich in magnesium? So are you eating avocados, dark chocolate, spinach, bananas, almonds? Those are the things that we need to go back to, what are we feeding our body? Are we using food as
Fuel
instead of high processed foods? And
There's a Post-it in our refrigerator, and it says, Will this feed you or clog you?
Exactly. That is, yep.
Yeah.
I just looked past it and grabbed the donuts, but no.
It's okay. Just have one. That's what I've learned.
We do not have donuts in our house.
Oh, I still have donuts,
Well,
but it's
you
just
also have
one.
two teenagers.
But
you
it's
also
just
have
one.
two teenagers.
I do. Yes. I just
can't eat sugar any longer. I mean, I eat sugar and my body just goes
I just
berserk.
want a bite.
Oh, yeah.
I just want a bite of an Oreo.
Oh.
I don't need 10 Oreos anymore.
Doesn't that
just a
coat
bite.
your mouth with that hydrogenated oil? And I mean, I eat something like a donut or something, and the mouth feel is ugh.
No, I just love them.
Yeah. Now,
I'm not giving
I
it up.
will eat a whole pan of mashed potatoes
Oh,
and have
yes.
no problems. I'm just saying. I'm a savory girl.
I don't have the restless leg syndrome, but I do get Charlie horses every once in a while. And I know that's my electrolytes
Yes,
and the salt
definitely.
intake and even the potassium like you get from potatoes.
So throwing a banana or half a banana into my smoothie just to make sure that is Charlie horses. So I don't know what it's like with the restless legs. Is it kind of the same thing?
The Charlie horses are different. I used to get those when I was pregnant with Allison, and they were awful, that cramp. But the bananas definitely help.
Yeah.
You only do a half a banana, though.
I do, yeah. Bananas are high in sugar.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
They're not sugar. I mean, they're not from
Well,
the sugar farms up in North Dakota.
Well, true.
And
But
if you're having them in the morning, you have all day to burn off that sugar. I mean,
I have this scale, since I started baking sourdough bread, everything that goes in my body gets measured to the gram. Because, and like I told you ladies earlier, I hit my goal weight this morning.
Good for you, Lisa. That's awesome.
So the next step is to stop thinking about it so much, because it really is. Chat and I are talking all the time about what I can take, what I can eat.
Have you done the tongue thing with Chat?
I told you about the tongue thing.
I don't know about the tongue thing.
I did the tongue thing, and he's like, "You are super dehydrated." I mean, like, I had a big crack in the middle of my tongue. I don't have it anymore. It's going away.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was fascinating. So, do you know this?
No, tell
Lisa,
me.
Tell it, because it's your story.
Well, no, just take a picture of your tongue and
put it on Chat.
Put it on Chat. Ask them. It's like it's about the Chinese medicine that they look at the tongue that will tell you, what's going on with your system. Okay. Now, Chat is not a doctor.
That's true.
And I'm guessing it probably will say, the same thing for a lot of people. I don't know if it's 100% accurate, but it is interesting data to give us feedback. But ever since I did that, I started looking at my digestion. So Chat and I talk about, what do I need to be consistent? So Chat and I do talk about my bowel movements daily.
Awesome, Lisa.
How did I do today? This is what it was like. Because I think that is a problem that we as women have, is that we have poor digestion.
Absolutely.
Especially when we travel. Tracie, you travel a lot. I mean, we all go through the little bunny balls.
Yeah. I actually take 2 Mag 07s a day. One in the morning and one at night. So that helps tremendously with digestion.
I remember it was probably 3 years ago. I had irritable IBS or whatever. I mean, and so I had a whole panel done on my food and what foods were in my red and my yellow, and what were good foods. And yeast was my biggest one. Is a no-go for me, as well as dairy. And I knew dairy. I knew every time I ate dairy that my stomach didn't do very well. So it was really, and once you get your gut in check, then your whole body is. It's so different, right? That we can blame lack of weight loss or anything on our hormones, and that seems to be the buzzword right now. Check your hormones. But the reality is what's your gut doing? What's the lining of your intestines and colon doing? So I think that it's absolutely a key in keeping us, our bodies working well, is making sure. And this drug allergy or this food allergy test was a simple test that I went to, I went and they had done for me, but it did take about 6 months to where, I mean, I don't eat dairy any longer because it's not good for me.
Yeah.
As for yeast, I'm pretty aware. I don't even do, which is one of my favorite things, nutritional yeast. But I don't do nutritional yeast. And the other thing, did you know that that one of the ingredients or one of the ways that cheese is processed naturally puts an addiction in our body? Our body starts to be addicted to cheese. When's the last time you just had one slice of cheese or one piece of the cheese, right? It's like, I love cheese.
I do too.
I also know that I can't eat cheese like I used to.
You need a scale.
I'm not. Oh, you mean like a food scale? Not
scale. Yeah.
I do not do body scales. It messes with my.
On the scale twice a day.
Yeah.
And I'm just so mad. I've been not moving that scale in 12 weeks. But then when you get on a different type of scale, I jumped on the in-body scale, and then I realized that I gained 5 pounds of well, I lost 5 pounds of body fat, but gained 5 pounds of muscle.
Yeah.
So I'm mad at the scale, I'm mad at myself, and then
Yeah.
you jump on something else and you see why.
I used to step on the scale every morning to judge whether or not I was going to have a good day or a
Yes.
bad day.
Same.
Or what I was going to eat or not going to eat.
Same.
When the scale battery went out, that was just an opportunity for me to say, it really comes down to how I'm feeling,
I think
right?
so.
I would love to be in a smaller size pants or a smaller size shirt, or look in the mirror and not have I would love that.
Yeah.
But the reality is, how am I sleeping? How am I feeling inside? And that feeling inside, that sluggish feeling. And then the other thing is it's such a beautiful opportunity to look at myself as a gift from God, that I am a child of God and that I am beautiful no matter what this bodysuit looks like. The inside is what matters. The inside is what matters. So.
And honestly, no matter how small we get, you're still looking through the lens of when you were the other size.
That's right.
That's how I feel now.
Yeah. Well, and also, who gets to determine whether or not I'm beautiful or not?
Exactly.
Some magazine, some highfalutin,
Yep.
overpaid executive at, Cosmopolitan.
Yeah.
Is that still a magazine?
I think so.
Cosmo magazine. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Glamour.
Who gets to say that I am beautiful or not on the outside? Because I know who I am on the inside. And I think the more we can own that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, ladies, we are out of time. This was our 20 minutes. Do you have anything to add to this beautiful conversation about restoration, Lisa?
One thing that's really important for self-care is noticing the breath. Just to slow down and breathe, even breathe properly. There are a lot of exercises that athletes do when it comes to breath work. And I'm guessing that as we recorded this podcast episode, we didn't even think about our breathing habits. So I think that's something that's really, really important and vital for our own health.
I love that. Thank you. How about for you, Amy? Anything?
I'd love to get back on that topic because that's something I do not know how to turn my brain off. I've never enjoyed yoga because I can't sit still. I'm more of a Zumba girl or a kickboxing girl, but I need to figure out how to breathe, how to slow down, and I need to like yoga for that reason.
How about you, Tracie?
I think that if I were to just offer one last thing, it's community. I think that for me, I find myself a bit of a hermit sometimes, that I can find restoration in being alone. But when I am surrounded by other women that just whether it be brunch or going out for coffee, that's when I feel the most electrified, the most charged. And so for me, I probably need to spend more time in intentional time with my friends, whether that be on phone calls or Zoom or just spending time like this with you ladies. This is where my recharge comes from. So thank you.
Beautiful.
Thank you for this. Well, that's us for this episode. I can't wait to come back and talk more with you, both of you ladies.
Thank you so much for
us.
joining us for today's episode. If something we shared sparked a new idea, gave you a fresh perspective, or simply made you feel seen, we'd love for you to pass it on. Share this episode with a friend, a colleague, or a fellow powerhouse woman who's walking her own journey. And if you haven't yet, don't forget to subscribe so you'll never miss an episode. Until next time, keep showing up, keep rising, and remember, there's no ceiling you can't break through.